What is up, social realtors? In this video, we are going to deep dive on TikTok so that you know how the whole entire app operates as well as how to create within the app. So let's get into it. When we look at our home page, we're gonna see, obviously, we've got our profile, we've got our inbox. Sorry, this account's new, so it might have some pop-ups coming up. We've got our friends tab and we've got our home tab. Home tab is where you're going to find all of the possible live streams you can tune into. This guy's doing some pottery. We've got our following page with trending creators that come up as well, because we're not currently following anybody, but you will eventually, obviously. And we've got our For You page. For You page is a curated page that's going to just put a lot of the content that you like to interact with on there. So if you're liking content that has a specific audio, more of that audio is gonna start to show up on this page. And this is the goal, is to get you on this page. Obviously, there's a lot of things that we can interact with. This is a funny video. I'm sure you may have heard this sound before.
All right. Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something! Wait.
So this audio is quite funny. Maybe we want to save it later so that we can create something with it. So we're going to tap at the bottom there, and you can see all of the different creators that have been using this audio already. But if we want to save it for ourselves, we're going to add that to our favorites by clicking that. And we can also share the same audio multiple different ways that way. Obviously, you can get some inspiration by looking at other people's posts that they've made. But we're gonna go back. Let's say we want to like the video. That's simple. We can also leave a comment. So let's say you want to save this video for later, and you can access it through the same page that I'm gonna show you later that has that audio that we saved as well as all your bookmarks. And then there's also a share feature, so you can easily share your TikToks or others' TikToks on your Instagram, your Messenger, your Facebook, your Instagram stories, all that good stuff. There's some other things at the bottom here too. We can report videos. We can say that we're not interested in these type of videos. We can save the video to our camera roll, turn off the captions, or duet, which you may have seen what duets look like. If not, here's an example. So essentially it'll put a side-by-side where you can interact with the content that's happening. And this might be great if you want to agree or add some points to other people's content or just have some reactions. You can also stitch it. So if you want to put a more longer form stitch to something like a reaction, you can have a video play for a few seconds in the first few seconds, and then your stitch will come in where you can say, I feel this way about this thing, you know, and offer your own 2 cents on the subject. We can make things into a live photo, and we can also share them as GIFs or GIFs. That's essentially what we've got on this home page. So let's say we wanna go and find more funny content, funny audios that we can save for ourselves. There's tons of different videos that you can look up here. You can search it by user, by videos, sounds, who's live. So there's definitely tons of ways to find what you're looking for. All right, so let's move on. That's pretty much how both the following and the For You page is gonna operate. We'll move over to friends, and TikTok essentially categorizes friends as anyone that you follow that also follows you back. So you can click up here to find friends, and you can find your Facebook friends or people that are in your contacts. As you can see that I've got a few of my own. This is your inbox. This is where you're gonna find all of your notifications, whether someone's commenting or liking your stuff, or if you have any new followers, and as well as another find friend section. But as you can see, new followers, we'll be able to type in here and it'll give us our list of what's going on our page. And your activity is the same thing, but that's for all your other notifications, like your likes and comments and shares and all that other stuff. So we're gonna go to our profile page now, and you can see that there's a lot of different tabs here that we can do and mess with. But let's just start. Obviously, you'll wanna go here and add some kind of video or photo for your profile picture. So do that first, and obviously pick your name. Up at the top, you can find friends. Again, you can switch between your different accounts, or you can show who's viewing your profile. There's also some creator tools and settings and privacy and all that stuff that we can look at here real quick. So there's a promote option. These are essentially like running ads on TikTok. And as your page grows, you'll have more tools. I think there's like a mile marker of 1,000 followers to be able to actually run sponsored ads. Once you get to that point, obviously do that. But before that, maybe try promoting and obviously keep track of your analytics. In here, you're gonna get all kinds of stats about how your videos are performing. And trust me, for someone who is growing their own TikTok, it is super worth looking at your analytics and seeing what your followers are liking. All right, so moving past that, obviously you can access your following, your followers, and this will show your total likes on your account. Here we can edit our profile, so this is an easy way to change our photo, change our video, our name, username, absolutely add a bio, and also link your Instagram and YouTube. Milena will be showing you how to do that in a later section. And you can see that this has our Instagram, so it'll take you right to it. It's very easy to access, so that's why we always say that you should link your accounts, just so that people can access all your stuff super easily. So moving on here, we have all these other tabs. And as you can see, this is our bookmark tab. So this one's gonna be huge for accessing stuff that you wanna see later. So if we go over to our videos, obviously you see there's that video that we saved earlier. And it's gonna do the same thing for all your collections and sounds. So we have that same sound. And as you saw right there, it says use this sound, which I think we are just about ready to do because, I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of other things that we can save, but you guys wanna get into the content creation part, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna use this sound. We've got all kinds of stuff here. So we have an ability to flip our camera around. We've got the speed, which is gonna be a very worthwhile tool to use if you're bad at lip syncing. Retouch, which we saw what that did. Made me just look a little prettier. We've got filters, so we can add all kinds of different filters. I suggest just kind of keeping it normal unless you're going for a specific vibe. And we've got our timer setting. I use this with every video that I create just because it helps me prepare for when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. Let's go ahead and use this audio and use the timer.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
So using the timer feature, we were able to time out when those lines were gonna come up. And now we can go ahead and see.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
So that wasn't bad, but I don't think we want to keep that as our final take because I think I may have been a little overacting. My timing wasn't that great. So if you want to delete something that you just recorded, we do this backspace. And that's going to discard the most recent clip. It's not going to discard any other prior clips. So you won't be starting over from scratch every time, especially if you're filming something that takes multiple different shots. So let's try that again.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Guys, I get it. It may be a little embarrassing to film stuff at first. It is gonna be so worth it to show that little bit of charisma. People are gonna love you for it. And that's especially what's big on this app. So, and it ends up looking like this. All right, so I think that was pretty good. Let's go over the other tools that are in here. So we have a speed tool. So using the speed tool is good because it can either give this like faster paced effect to certain things, which could be used comedically, or like I said, it'll help you lip sync the audio a little better if it's moving slower. So instead of being 1x, which would be the normal speed, we can have the audio play in half speed. So funny enough, 2x plays the audio back in half speed, but it plays the video 2x. It's a little confusing, but mess around with the tools and you'll understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm gonna play it here and you can hear how it sounds. So you get the point. It kind of slows that audio down for us a little bit. And we can do the same thing and make it actually play slower by speeding up the audio. But whenever we play it back, it's gonna have this slowed look to it. Let's go over the effects. The effects are fun, right? All right, so there's all kinds of effects on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people use green screen video and photos in their TikToks if you are on TikTok. If not, get on TikTok. It's one of the best ways to improve your growth on social media. That being said, green screen effect is definitely a huge effect on TikTok, and that is definitely worth bookmarking. So essentially, in the same way that we saved the sound from a video earlier, you can access the effects that they used and save the effects into your bookmarks as well. But yeah, as you can see, there's trending effects that we can use. Let's say I want to give myself a Giga Chad chin. So get creative, have fun with it, and you guys can film all kinds of little skits and trendy videos that will make your content just that much more entertaining. Next is a Q&A. It pops up with suggested bubbles here. You can also access people's comments that comment on your videos and reply to it with a video. That's gonna be a huge way to increase your engagement, is to respond to your community and show them that you're listening, and you're also offering valuable information along the way. So anytime that you can or that it's necessary, respond to a comment and just have a little Q&A session. So let's go over posting. So here we have our video. We can either choose to post it to our story. We can go next, but we're not gonna click that just yet, because let's say we wanna add text to it, which is like the bare minimum for adding content on TikTok, is you wanna have text and give context to what you're trying to make a point on. So let me say, since we're teaching you, you see an agent that doesn't know how to shoot TikToks. So it's funny, the text works, and it's also in line with our personal branding and what we do as a page. Here we've got stickers. You can put a mention on somebody, you can put a hashtag, nonprofit, you can hold polls, add pictures, and all kinds of other fun stickers that you could add. There's other effects that we can add too. You can add transitions this way as well within the app. Have a smoggy effect or like a flash effect. We can press and hold to add that to the timeline. Obviously we don't want that. And I'm sure you guys can look around and see, you know, what might work for certain content. We're not gonna use any of that for now, but moving on, there's a way to access filters again if you'd like to go back. Oh, maybe that would look better with a filter. And we can also adjust our clips. So this is huge too. So maybe your timing was a little off with your audio. You can, you know, click and drag so that it times up a little better. You can also split the take. So there's a lot of different editing tools in here as well, but we're gonna teach you how to edit in CapCut next, so don't worry about this too much. So this isn't a video where I'm outright explaining something and talking with my own voice, but if I was, there's a caption section that adds captions to your TikTok. So you can go there just to make sure that all the text is correct. Next, we've got the privacy settings. Obviously, we're gonna wanna post most of our content so that everyone and anyone can see it. But if there's times where it's a bit more personal, maybe you only want your friends to see it, or stuff that you want just yourself to see. So we've got noise reducer. Again, this isn't an audio where I'm actually using my own voice, but if I was and there was a lot of noise around me, that'd be a good thing to tick. Next down, we've got audio editing. So this is where we can record voiceovers. You just hold and then it'll layer a voiceover. There's also a ton of cool little effects that you can add to your voiceover, so maybe you can use that to your advantage. And the last tool here we've got is Enhance. It's just gonna offer a little bit of lighting touch-ups to that video. So let's click next, and here we've got our posting screen. Obviously, this is where you're gonna type out your description for your video as well as your hashtag. And definitely use hashtags whenever you're posting, because that'll help you find your target audience. So I just type out a basic little description. Let's say course creator, real estate agent, real estate course, and then hashtag 7-day social. That's gonna be the first video with that hashtag, and I can't wait to see you guys using that hashtag just so we can keep up with all the awesome stuff you create. Next, we wanna select our cover. We don't wanna just pick any old image. TikTok likes seeing a lot of movement, and this is also where we can add some text. So let's say that we wanna have different kind of categories to our content. Let's say one video is gonna be a Q&A, but another video, some selling tips. So you can categorize them this way. This one is just a meme, put it right there. It shows little guidelines to show you what's actually gonna be visible whenever you post it to your page. They've got a bunch of different styles we can choose from here if we wanted to brand our page just a little bit better that way. Unfortunately on TikTok, you can't upload a cover image like you can on Instagram, but that's the next best thing, right? So here we go. If we wanted to tag people in the post, we go here. We can add a location, we can add links. This is another place where you can alter the privacy settings. I recommend obviously posting to everyone. We want to allow all of these things because that's just more engagement for you to get on your page. Allow comments, allow people to duet, allow people to stitch it. And then there's more options. So you can instantly save to your device this TikTok that you made, which I recommend because maybe you want to take this TikTok and post it to your Instagram as well. And you can automatically share these things too to your account right here. And without further ado, you can click that post button, but I want to show you how Drafts works. So if you were to click post button, it would just go through its process of uploading, and then eventually it would show up on your feed. Let's say, you want to just save this for later, or you're not sure about it yet. You want to just save it for another day. You don't want to just dump all the content that you're creating this one day. Easily save it to your drafts, and then when you go back to your main page, it's going to be right there at the top left, ready when you are. And that is pretty much it, guys, when it comes to TikTok. Save some audio, save some effects, set yourself up for success, that when you're scrolling and you're like, oh, I can create something with this later, always have that in mind that you are now a creator. And with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of my shooting module. But I'll see you tomorrow where we're gonna be tackling the editing process.
I would love to help you guys learn how to create your videos, how to post your videos, where to post your videos, and how to not waste your time with videos that are not going to work for you. We have a complete course called 7-Day Social Realtor. There'll be a link below and you can access it there. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day, guys.